Okay. Did I make a mistake here? Marginal? Extra methane? Oh. Water is safe. What do you mean the water is safe? Okay. As long as marginal means marginal, I hope we're good. Yeah, shit. Probably gonna be fine, but goddamn. Now I just want to talk about my OCs. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. I don't know. There is a problem, and maybe I should just embrace it to some degree. That I'm like, alright, there's three things going on in my head right now. Alright, so there is a Cyberpunk Red game that I want to play, and that I want to host with friends, that I want to run with friends. I want to try my damnedest to make it a narrative experience, but not go like overboard with it. Like, I have a general idea of where things want to go. I've prepared like some outlines for stories, some characters, and you know, there's a lot more elements to that, but you know, that's kind of the thing, right? Sorry. So yeah. So there's the cyberpunk thing. There is the medieval. There's the fantasy, the steampunk fantasy setting that I want to do with my own tabletop system. That I wanted to do D&D, and then I'm like, you know what? All things considered, I want to try using my own system. And then there's a sci-fi thing that I want to do that I don't, using my own system, that I don't really have a great idea, don't really have a great grasp of anything, but there's also just that, the idea of like what could go on there, and I have a bunch of characters, I have a bunch of ideas for the fantasy thing. I've got a bunch of ideas for, and also, I'm sorry, there is also my OCs, and I'm like, what my OCs in that universe, and it's like, what can I do to, you know, I need to, like, make some progress. I need to throw some creative energy at these things. What do? I don't know. I'm just gonna do something else. And, yeah, that's not really the, where I want to be with those things. But probably the idea of actually just literally combining some of these things and like, yeah, I have a character, yeah, so I have a character who's, based off of this other character that I made in Cyberpunk. I think that might be an interesting idea. It may genuinely be an interesting idea, actually. Especially because I could literally just rip characters I make in Cyberpunk and put them in anything else, basically. And to some degree I can do it the other way as well. Like, I mean, obviously with some modifications here and there or whatever, but, you know. least this isn't gonna take too long. Hopefully. We'll see. Okay. Ocean. It's 100% done, thank God. Let's go to the mountains. Let's see, is there any other particular things? I don't know. I do have a bunch of silly little ideas that I want to incorporate into other things. You know what, actually, yeah, one thing... So I have a little tendency to just, like, write out some story ideas, and then eventually I'll just come in and draw comics of them. And whether those... And whether those things... Whether those stories ever get released, I don't know. Oh, it is Toadface. Okay. Kinda cool. Sorry, for a second I thought my ship was some giant air whale. Floating whale? I don't know. Blimp whale? I don't know. Resource fiber, lovely. Oh, also I do need to get these traits unlocked. Yeah, what else is there? Oh yeah, so I do have this character. So I wrote out this story, and I'm not 100% sure, so if there are any comments, anyone wants to comment a better fucking way to do this, I want to have a Dream Eater character. I don't want it to be a lethal thing. I want this to be some sort of, like... I mean, maybe it's potentially lethal, but, like, some sort of thing where, like, this character puts you into, like, this sort of eternal sleep thing. This eternal sleep curse. And, while you're dreaming, you're generating some sort of magical energy. In my universe thing, I don't have a full explanation exactly of how magic works. But my thought is that it is some energy that is tied to thought. So, and knowledge and creativity, and sort of an understanding and empathy sort of thing. Or I guess sympathy maybe is maybe more the word. If you're a magician, you either, like, you have the knowledge of how this thing works, or you have, or this is sort of, the emotion to sort of convey what you're feeling. And I'm not 100% sure on either of those necessarily, but, the point being, that one way or another, that this Dream Eater needs to siphon magic energy needs to siphon mana from people, and so the best way that they do it is just going and putting people into an eternal sleep and having some sort of, like, siphon magic off of them when they sleep, and they, in addition to the the curse that they do, they make sure that that person has some very strong dream of some kind, and like, for the sake of this particular story, that they're very erotic dreams. Very strong, very, very strong feelings. So that's the idea. And the idea is that it's kind of a two-part story. It starts with this character affecting Rylu and, you know, having a horny dream. And then affecting another character, except this character is way, way too prepared for shenanigans, and basically has a counter spell. And well, I'll leave the rest up to whenever the fuck I can come up with the story. But that's basically it. You know, there's also, I mean, there's a bunch of... I should also maybe say that the world specifically that my OCs are inhabiting is a world sort of like... is a world out of time maybe. Well, it's a romantic way to put it. But like, basically, they... basically it exists as... a sort of reality where a bunch of other characters from other universes show up. And I don't know, for the added drama or whatever. It usually tends to be like an event where that character was about to die and then is magically teleported out of that scenario to this, I don't want to say prison universe, but also, I mean, there's a little element of like, well, shit, send me back, you know? But I don't, well, okay, I guess it would be more like a sort of purgatory thing at that point, right? Which is, you know, kind of fair. Oh, these guys are kind of cool. What else? What else? What else? Oh, I should get this before we get any more flora. For you, by the way. Okay, this thing... that orange and green is the exact same orange and green that's on the Pokemon, the Gen 8. No, maybe not. Copperaja. And Q-Fant. Sorry, I'm shifting around because I am... because I am sitting on a hardwood... Actually, I don't know if it's hardwood, but on a hard wooden chair, and my ass is extraordinarily uncomfortable. Yo, it's okay. I'm leaving. Oh, this is not fun. I can't see shit. I cannot tell the difference between anything here. Good lord. What else is there? What else is there about my OCs? Definitely also a thing of, can I, like... I don't want to just... I mean, transformation is a thing I like. And I want to draw more transformation art. Also, I don't want to do it, like, to a super ungodly degree. I mean, there's a lot of interesting concepts I could go with. Maybe I've just fried my brain with horny, and I just think of it too much in that context. Which actually, honestly, I do kind of want to just explore some very, what's the term? I don't know if aptophilia, which is like... I don't know what it's best described as, but like... An example would be the feeling of having a tail, the feeling of, you know, just being in a different body and having this different experience. That's definitely a thing that I am interested, that is interesting about transformation to me. Like, I mean, how the fuck would it be like to have a huge ass neck like that? How would it be to be on all fours? How would it feel to, you know, have a different, you know, level of color complexity? I think it's a fascinating sort of thing. And isn't talked too much about, or isn't talked about too much. And I mean, well, I don't know. There is I guess there is sort of. Well, I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, the idea of, like, having transforming certain features into different things. I mean, that could be taken a lot of different ways. There could be the sort of horny take on it. There could also equally be the sort of, like, what would it be like to have wings? Sort of vibe. But, I don't know. I kind of want to run over and see what... Oh, where was it? I don't want to see what this storage platform is. And the entire point of this thing is to explore, so, like, that's what I'm going to try and do. Also, this is dangerous. Don't do this. Might not be a hugely popular take. I don't know. Body swap isn't terrible, but I'm just not like a huge fan of it. I don't know. There's some element of like, maybe there's just some level of anxiousness I get with like those sorts of things. Where it's like, I know this piece of information, none of the other characters know, and there's just like, oh god, when are they gonna find out? Why can't you just try and safely explain the situation here. Why do you have to do, like... Why do you have to, like, put on this whole facade? I mean, genuinely, actually, that does kind of end up being this sort of thing, this sort of nagging feeling in the back of my head with a lot of those Freaky Friday situations. I mean, but then there's also, there's definitely also stories I read where somebody gets turned into a sock, and the person wears the sock, and there's another person who wears the sock and has no idea that the sock that they're wearing used to be their friend or their partner. Or, you know, any number of things like that, and it's like, I don't know, it's just interesting where those lines are drawn for me. Before I end this, I'm gonna look at the map just to see, because, I mean, I don't think I can do this entire map, or this entire system, in one go. Standard O2, nothing. Atmosphere, magnetosphere, unknown. Arachna, interesting name. Worthless. Itsy. The other one gonna be Bitsy. Itsy Bitsy. Worthless. Oh my god. Harold. Bode. Bodacious. Faraday? Oh, okay. Nascent, rudiment, fundament. I mean, okay, these names are decent. I will grant you. I think for the sake of... I have enough footage for a while, so I think we're gonna be good. Till next time, have a good day, great day even. Ciao skis.